People expected that you were going to join government. You know, people thought that after you worked in the 2023 elections, that the next level was this. And you are so close to the first family that you can call the first lady to get advice.
Really? No. So then, yes, and because we have a history, my father was president of the Nigerian Bar Association, and he was a human rights activist. And when he was very ill, the governor at the time, Morayo Tinubu, stood with my mother. I mean, he cared for my dad. He helped with medical bills, and then the things were really tough for the family. And he was there for us. And then my brother came back home. He held my brother's hand in politics. He was somebody that stood with us. And it wasn't through him I got my job at TVC. It wasn't through him. I mean, I was hired because I used to work with Tony Subar.
Yes, at High TV.
And High TV.
Yes, which is why I knew you for the first time.
Yes, I worked with High TV. And then I was in Cannes in France, where I met RDG, late RDG, let God bless his memory. And he saw me, he loved my work ethics. And we had a good rapport. A few months after High TV went down, and he calls me and said, Morayo, TVC needs a director in charge of programs. Are you ready for the job? And I came around and I spoke to Nigel Parsons, who was the CEO at the time. He interviewed me, said, okay, you know what? I need you to do me a report first. Let's see what you can even fix this channel. And I did a report for him after 4 weeks. I presented it to him. He said, okay, you're hired based on this, implement all this report. And that's how I got into TVC. It had nothing to do with Asiwaju. It was fact, few years after, when I worked at TVC, internal politics got me fired. It was after I got fired that my CEO at the time...
You got fired?
I got fired in TV. Go and read my book, you get the details. I got sacked because internal politics sacked me. And then people now, do you know who you sacked? I mean, people now called Asiwaju, you know whose child was sacked? He said, I'm not aware. That's when people like Tony Subar, Tunji Bello, and even my CEO, Mr. Lemmy at the time, my deputy CEO, at the time, when I went to go and call him, saying, this is the Alawa Kabashano's daughter. That's when he knew it was me. And then he called me to his office and said, what happened? And that's when, after a lot of back and forth, I got my job back. Although I was demoted, internal politics still demoted me for whatever reason. But you get the details in my book. But the point is that I didn't get my job through him. And I went there purely on merit.